I'm Anil Kumar, sharing with you an excellent question on finding derivatives from the graph. The question here is, graph the function f is shown below as a semicircle. Find f dash 5, that is derivative of this function at 5. So we are given f of x here. This is a semicircle. You need to find derivative of this function at x equals to 5. Okay, you can pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions. Well, if we have to find derivative from the graph, the best way is to locate the point on the graph at x equals to 5, which seems to be this point, right? So at this point we have x value of 5. Now, what is the radius of the circle? Well, from 0 to 6, the midpoint is at 3, so the radius is 3. So if I connect this point with 3, then I get radius of this semicircle as equal to 3, right? So radius is 3. We know from 3 to 5, this distance, horizontal distance, is 2 units. Radius is 3. Then we can find the x and y coordinates of this point. The x coordinate is 5, right? So the x coordinate is 5. And the y coordinate is actually the height, slightly more than 2, right? To find that, we can use Pythagorean theorem, right? So y is equals to 3 square minus 2 square square root. Since this is a right triangle, right? So 3 square minus 2 square root will give us the height of this triangle, right? So that gives you a value of square root of 9 minus 4, which is square root of 5. So the height is square root of 5. We need to find slope of the tangent. Now tangent, let me sketch one here, will be kind of like this. As you can see, by definition also, tangent should be at right angles to the radius. So if we find the slope of this radius, in that case, tangent slope will be negative reciprocal. Let me label these points. Let's say this point is P and this is Q and this point here is R. Then slope of PQ will be rise over run, that is QR over PR, and that is equals to square root of 5 over 2. So that is the slope of PQ. What is the slope of the tangent? Slope of tangent will be negative reciprocal of that, right? Because that is perpendicular to PQ, right? So it has to be minus 2 over square root of 5. Since the slope will be perpendicular to PQ, is it okay? So it is negative reciprocal. So that is how we can find the slope of tangent at this point Q, right? So this point Q, the y value we just found is square root of 5, okay? So by definition, at this point the slope is f dash 5, right, which is equals to minus 2 over square root of 5. So that is the answer. You could also rationalize this, and you may write this as minus 2 square root 5 times square root 5 over square root 5, which is minus 2 square root 5 over 5, right? That's an alternate way of writing the slope. I hope the method is clear to you. Alternate method could be that you could write equation of this semicircle, right? And then you could find the slope using the formulas. Since the semicircle has moved 3 units to the right, you could write this as x minus 3 whole square plus y square equals to radius is 3 units, 3 square, where y is greater than or equal to 0, right? So, and then once you rearrange this, you could write this as y equals to, taking this on the right side, we get 9 minus x minus 3 whole square, square root. Taking only positive values, since y values are positive here, we could use this as our function, and the derivative of this function and the value at 5 will give us the answer. That was kind of algebraic solution to this given question. But if the graph is given to you, then the method adopted should be as I've shown you here. I hope you find it interesting and useful. You can always share and subscribe my videos. Thank you and all the best.